Adrian Solomon earlier on. Lance Jonas also had a good chat with him as well. Big smile on his face on a borrowed Yamaha at the present moment, after he sold the Suzuki. But looks like we're ready to go on this second race of the day for the 650s and 300s, and away we go. And it looks like the whole shot into turn one will be that Project 60 bike of Nicholas Hutchings. Yeah, they all filter through quite nicely through turn one, and then a few straddlers over there as well. But then onto the Joubert Straight we run for the first time in this second race. I don't know, there's Jamie Hall that is still challenging through turn 2, Castro Corner. But look, from a standing start, Francois, that the gap that they had over the rest of everybody.
Yeah, the two of them have abducted in this bit. I spoke to Jamie Hall at the luncheon break. He says that everyone in Port Elizabeth is very happy that we commentate so well over Jamie. And yeah, he's doing a sterling job chasing Nicholas Hutchings. Keegan Wasserval, I don't know, I don't want to say anything. It almost looked like he had a bit of a false start. Lance Jonas in there, Braden Hutchings, Garrett Goss, Matty van Niekerk, Wouter Spitz in there, Adrian Solomon, Abigail Bosson, Trevor Smith, Stavro Michel, Peter Hill, Mitch Robinson, Rowan Alexander, Rado Kotza, Elmi Mostert and Ryan Kutsia. So they all make their way through there. Here comes Nicholas Hutchings up towards us, cranking the handle properly with Jamie Hall in tow. Then we have a little bit of a break. It looks like it's Lance Jonas. Jonas crosses the line. Then Goss, then Hutchings, Van Niekerk, Smith, Wasserval down in 8th. Adrian Solomon, Abigail Bosson, Raymond Alexander, Peter Hill, Stavro Michel, Trevor Smith, Mitch Robinson, and then Kotzer, and then Mostert. I don't know if Kutsia's out there. I don't think Kutsia's out there. Ryan Kutsia won't be riding.
Yeah, I saw Braden Hutchings going wheel to wheel there with the likes of Goss and Van Niekerk in that proximity. Van Niekerk across the line, 83 thousandths of a second off in that 6th position ahead of Smith. Wasserval now down on the fringes of the top 8. Solomon got into the lead, of course, for the 300s. Only 5 of them out there in total, and already a 1.3 second gap between himself and Abigail Bosson. Everybody filters through turn 3 now into turn 4 and down the back straight yet again, as we have still Hutchings that leads it away 0.6 of a second the last time out across the line. This is the first proper flyer now of the race, as Jamie Hall tries to hang on to the man ahead of him as they get away from the likes of Jonas and Goss.
Lovely little squabble going down into turn 5 there. The likes of Braden Hutchins, Matty van Niekerk, Wouter Smith, Keegan Wasserval. There's a whole bunch of them that work their way out at turn number 5. Good to watch as they come up towards the start-finish line there on your screen. And over the line goes Jonas. Then it's Goss, Hutchings, Van Niekerk, Smith, and Wasserval, followed by Adrian Solomon. And then Abigail Bosson a little bit further back. Abby this time not too close to Adrian Solomon, so she's got a bit of work to do this time. Adrian Solomon just checking out on the SSP 300.
Yeah, and Abigail Bosson just ahead there, 2.4 seconds ahead of Raymond Alexander. Saw Stavro Michel walking around earlier on. Remember, he's retired from short circuit racing and focusing completely on his main circuit activities. He finds himself in what is 14th position, you could basically say, outside of the top 10, but going strongly as always. We are on the 3rd lap here of the race. Nicholas Hutchings still leads the way, 1.5 seconds between himself and Jamie Hall. Leaders now going into turn 5, Pertamina Fastron for yet another occasion.
Well, Jamie Hall, the man from Neisler, lies in 2nd place, trying to close the one. Nicholas Hutchings. Hutchings is on a fly. It's going to be a difficult man to collect in the front there. Once he got the bit between his teeth, he gets the job done, head down, and off he goes. Jamie Hall pushing as hard as he can. There's a little bit of a squabble up behind them, though. I think it's Jonas, and then it's going to be Goss, Van Niekerk, and Braden Hutchings. Yeah, they all come, a whole gaggle of them. Wow, giving each other a good run for their money. So Braden Hutchins there ahead of Keegan Wasserval, and then Adrian Solomon crossed the line, followed by Abigail Bosson.
Yep, Bosson is at the moment 4.5 seconds off of Solomon at the moment. Stavro Michel has actually gone from 13th up into what looks like 11th position now, past Raymond Alexander, past Trevor Smith, and solidifying that position in the 650s class, as well as we still have Reino Kotze and Elmer Mostert all rounding it off. But out of turn 2 now, there's a slow bike going through the kink into turn 3, and somebody has now briefly gone onto the grass, will get back onto the circuit. It is the same man that was, no, it's two different bikes. There's one stopping at the side of the circuit, Francois, in turn 3, Interceptor corner.
Well, Frankie put on his 4x Lucas, maybe he can assist us in that one. So having a look there, see who it is. And here comes Nicholas Hutchings up towards us, Jamie all in tow. Jamie just trying to close down that gap ever so slightly, racing his heart out. And he is about 1.2 seconds off Nicholas Hutchings. Here comes the rest of the field up towards us. Crossing a line. And it's Jonas and Matthew van Niekerk right on the back of Lance Jonas. So Lance Jonas got his hands full. Matthew van Niekerk is there with him. So he's going to have to keep himself in check. Matthew van Niekerk, no slouch whatsoever. Wouter Smith, Braddock Hutchins, Keegan Russell, Adrian Solomon, Navigal, Boston all through. Looks like it's Garrett Goss that's going down at an alarming rate.
Yeah, it probably is Garrett Goss, the number 20 bike, the Yamaha, but it is going to be Reino Kotze and Elmer Mostert coming through. Pike 2-0, that is of course the one I was just speaking of there. Garrett Goss, and there is another bike around that section as well. Meanwhile, 5 laps left to go, including the one we are currently on at the moment. We're looking now through turn 4 at the moment, the sweep. And who do we have down there? That, of course, is that battle a little bit further down. The likes of Matthew van Niekerk, Wouter Smith, Braden Hutchings a bit further back there as well on the HSC bike.
Right, here we go. 1 and 2 cross the line. Nicholas Hutchings, Jamie Hall. Jamie Hall's the fastest man on circuit, and we can see why, because he's closed up to the back of Nicholas Hutchings. So Jamie Hall's lighting up the circuit. Coming out there now, it's Lance Jonas and Matthew van Niekerk, who absolutely knows the tail here. And I think Matthew van Niekerk has gone ahead. So Matthew van Niekerk goes up 1. Nice to see the boys competing here in the last race of the season. Gentleman-like conduct, good clean racing. And Lance Jonas will want to come back there at Matthew van Niekerk, although it's like we said, Lance is on a borrowed bike because his bike has been sold. But he still knows the track and he can ride, and he's not on a workbench, he's on a workhorse, so he can go well. And then behind him it's Wouter Smith with Braddock Hutchins, Keegan Russell, Adrian Solomon, Abigail Stavro, Trevor Smith, Raymond Alexander, Mitch Robertson, and then Peter Hill.
Well, down the back straight we then go, and as Francois said earlier on, 1:21.981 from Jamie Hall, the fastest man on the circuit, 0.6 of a second between himself and Nicholas Hutchings. The last time they split the timing beam. Now we'll see them as they come to the line, and what it's going to be between them. Of course, they have first of all Reino Kotze and Elmer Mostert gets past in the number 94 bike. Here comes that Project 60 bike of Nicholas Hutchings, crosses the line, a 1:21.960. He's responded to Jamie Hall, and he's a half a second faster on that last lap than the second place man.
He's got a half a second gap over him, so that makes sense. As they work their way now up towards Castrol Corner. And Jamie is trying everything to reel in Nicholas, but Nicholas knows more than 60% of this track like the back of his hand, so he's going to be a difficult man to contend with as he makes his way through the king down to Interceptor Corner. Jamie Hall just trying to keep him in vision.
Well, this other battle as well, we had Matthew van Niekerk versus Lance Jonas coming through turn 3 and onto the short Tigerberg straight. Lance Jonas was saying to me on the circuit earlier on for the fan walk, he said, yes, you got the knowledge in your mind, it's a borrowed bike, you don't want to bend it, but really you want to push it, you really want to get out there, especially with Matthew van Niekerk as well. And going down the back straight now, we have the whole gaggle of riders heading into turn 5. Pertamina fast runners hotting up at various parts of the circuit.
Yeah, some of the riders down into turn 5, we'll watch them as they come out to pick up on the riders there. as they come up towards us. It's Nicholas Hutchings and Jamie Hall, and they're ahead of a couple of slower riders across the line. They work their way up over the line. It's Elmi Mostert and Rainer Kotze that cross the line. They're a lap down. Here comes the third and fourth squabble here between Matthew van Niekerk and Lance Jonas up towards us. They'll cross the line. They go over the line. And then we're going to wait for the likes of Wouter Smith, who's doing well here in P5. He crosses the line. Braden Hutchins up there behind him. So the field getting a little bit spread out at the moment, Byron.
Well, we have a little bit of a gap until we have Adrian Solomon on bike number 4, the Kawasaki, and then waiting for that number 51 machine of Abigail Bosson. But as Abigail Bosson has been closed in by Stavro Michel, the leaders are down the back straight at the moment, and they'll be completing what will be their penultimate lap before going across the line and starting that final go at the checkered flag. 7/10 of a second between the two of them, Francois. It could be a final push here from Jamie Hall, who's putting some very quick lap times. Looking at how things are looking at the moment, it was a 22.3 the last time out. He was 0.3 of a second faster than Nicholas Hutchings' time with a 22.017.
A little bit of a tussle at the back of the Supersport 300 class. Raymond Alexander, Mitch Robinson then to Kestrel corner. But we wait for the leaders. They're going down to turn 5. And oh, there goes Lance Jonas and Matthew van Niekerk. Leaders going down towards turn 3, interceptor corner. Nicholas Hutchings, Jamie Hall. There's a good squabble there for third and fourth as Nicholas Hutchings makes his way up towards the Sorrel sweep.
Going to be on the final stretch now soon, Francois, as they come through turn 4, and well, they're getting past some back markers here, and down the straight we go. Nicholas Hutchings has got enough of a gap between himself and Jamie Hall just to basically, wouldn't say coast it home, but he goes into turn 5, Pertamina Fastron now, and then he will grow horns, get on the gas and head it to the line now, and I don't think he has too much to worry about. 0.8 of a second the last time out it was between them. That looks bigger to me. Here they come.
Crossing the line, Nicholas Hutchings takes it from Jamie Hall. They get across the line. Let's wait here for Matthew van Niekerk and Lance Jonas. They've been at each other's throats most of the afternoon. So they're coming out of Pertamina Fastron corner, turn number 5. They'll make their way up towards us. I think Matthew van Niekerk's got the upper hand. As they come towards us, where Lance Jonas pipped him. No, Jonas beats van Niekerk. Well. Elmi Mostert comes through. And then it's going to be Wouter Smith. He crosses the line. Braden Hutchins up behind him. I'll bring the rest home there, Byron.
Well, Adrian Solomon will come through to take a fine victory in the 300 Supersport class. Here he goes. And then the man who fought back through the field, Stavro Michel, will be, of course, the man in the 650s, but that'll be 8th position in the 650s for him. Abigail Bosson will get a second position. That should mean second position for the day, as Trevor Smith comes through on his 650, and then Mitch Robinson. Here comes Mitch Robinson against Raymond Alexander, and they're going to gun it to the line now. Oh, they're zigzagging across each other there. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Mitch Robinson that will get third position in this 300 race. Fourth goes to Raymond Alexander, and the rest of the field, Peter Hill, Elmer Mostert, and Rainer Kotze will get the rest of the field there, whilst the likes of Garrett Gross, and he, of course, exited the race earlier on in turn 3, and Ryan Kutsia did not even start because of his multiple collisions in race 1.